Hello and welcome to 5-7 multiplying fractions. Today our goal is that we will be multiplying fractions by other fractions. Yesterday we multiplied fractions by whole numbers, so today we're going to be multiplying two fractions. And also I want us to practice simplifying before we multiply. Let's get started. Alright, so 1/3 times 3/5. Now I'm going to write it again so it's a little bit bigger and easier for me to work with. Times 3/5. Now I see diagonally I have two 3's, so I could divide them both by 3 and cross them off to make a 1. Now when I go to multiply, I'm only multiplying 1 by 1 and 1 by 5. To show you which numbers I'm multiplying, 1 times 1, because I crossed off the 3, I divided by 3, I simplified, equals 1. And 1 times 5 equals 5. Again, I crossed off this 3 because I divided by 3 and made it a 1. So that was a lot easier, and I think I noticed yesterday that it was, when I could have to multiply 12 times 8, or I could have reduced it and multiplied 3 times 4. Is a big difference, a lot easier math and a lot less chance you're going to make a mistake. So I really do want us to try simplifying before we multiply. But again, it's just like yesterday, we multiply numerators by denominators. Let's try another one. 6/7 times 2/3. Now I'm looking. There's nothing diagonally with those two. What about these two? Yep, I could divide by 3. Divide by 3 again. We're simplifying, so we have to do the same number. I'd get 2. So now instead of doing 7 times 3, I'm doing 7 times 1, which is a lot easier. And instead of doing 6 times 2, I'm doing 2 times 2. So I would get the answer of 4/7 would be my answer here. Alright, let's try another. 3/8 times 2/9 equals, okay, looking diagonally, I have an 8 and a 2, oh, yep, divide by 2, divide by, this is where it's real handy, you guys, to know your multiplication facts. 8 divided by 2 is 4, 2 divided by 2 is 1. Now if I look this way diagonally, I can simplify again. Divide by 3, divide by 3. So here I have 1, and here I have 3. So instead of doing 8 times 9, now I just have to do 4 times 3 for my denominator, and I will get 12. For my numerator, I just have to do 1 times 1, and I will get a 1. 1/12. That's a lot easier than multiplying 3 times 2 and 8 times 9 and simplifying. Figuring out what number I can simplify by, that was not too bad. Alright, so this one we want to evaluate the expression a times 1/3 for when a equals 5/8. So again, we're practicing just plugging in the number for our variable. It's very important we know how to do that. If we see something like this, we know, oh, I have to plug in that number. That's all it means. So instead of a, I'm going to write 5/8 times 1/3. It's already in there. So let's get started here. 5 times, nope, I can't do any simplifying. I just have to multiply, which is okay. Sometimes we have to. 5 times 1 is 5. Multiplying my numerators. Now let's multiply those denominators. 8 times 3 is 24. And if I can't simplify beforehand, I'm not going to be able to simplify after. So, here is our answer. Does that mean you should say, oh, I didn't simplify before, that means I don't have to simplify after? No, you still need to check. But I know 5 is a prime number, so I know I'm not going to be able to simplify any farther. If this number had been 25, then I would have, but it wasn't. All right, let's try another one. Evaluate the expression a times 1/3 for a equals 9/10. So again, we're just going to plug that a 9/10 in for a. 9/10 times 1/3. Okay, I'm looking to see, are there any, oh, yep, divide by 3, divide by 3. I would get a 1 here and a 3 here. So now I'm going to do 3 times 1, multiply my numerators, get a 3. 10 times 1, oh man, this is pretty easy peasy. And I'm done. I know I'm done because 3 is a prime number. Let's try one more problem. And our problem is evaluate a times 1/3, the expression, because we don't have an equal sign in our, this is an expression, for a equals 3/4. So now I'm going to do 3/4 times, sorry, I should do that other way. 1/3 times 3/4. No, I should have done it the other way. Not that it matters because the commutative property of addition or of multiplication, but I should write it the same way. A, here's my A. So I can divide by 3, and I would get 1s. That's about it. So I'm going to get my answer is 1 times 1 over 4 times 1, or 1/4. Would be simplifying my expression. Okay, that is all that I have for you today. Not too bad. It's kind of a little bit of a review is what we did yesterday, except for today we went more into the simplifying beforehand since we're more comfortable. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.